Hello guys, welcome back. So as we have completed two series of candlestick pattern, that is single candlestick pattern and double candlestick pattern. So now we are going to summarize one of them, that is the single candlestick pattern. Okay, so let's start. Now first of all, let's see what we are going to study in this particular video. First of all, we will be looking about hammer candle, hammer, inverted hammer, marubuzu, that is both open and close of both bullish and bearish candlesticks. Then we are going to talk about spinning tops. Spinning top is particularly one single candle which can be differentiated based on its color. And the next one is, I think so, hammer, hanging man, inverted hammer, hanging man, dojis, okay, dragonfly doji and gravestone doji. So these all particular candles we are going to summarize in this particular video. So let's begin with hammer candle. So what is a hammer candle? First of all, it looks something like this. The wick. Now this particular hammer is a bullish hammer in which the wick above is much smaller than the wick below. Wick below denotes that there are more buyers in this particular market. This particular hammer will be forming at three places. Number one is at bottom, something over here. Number two is in middle of trend, middle of any uptrend, which means it will be grabbing some liquidity uh, or fuel of the market, and then it will take market up. I'm sorry. Now, what is the confirmation candle for this particular hammer? That is confirmation candle for this bullish hammer is the any candle which sustains above its body or above its high, both conditions. Okay, above its body and above its high. Okay, now let's talk about inverted hammer. Inverted hammer looks something like this: a bigger body upside, smaller body downside, body is red. Okay, how does it works? Smaller body downside means there are less number of buyers. Bigger body upside means there are more number of sellers who are trying to take market down. Now this particular candle will be forming at the top of the market, something here, or it will be forming within the trend to grab liquidity, and it will take entire market down. Okay, so what is the confirmation candle for this particular candle? The confirmation candle is any candle which sustains below, I'm sorry, which sustains below the body or below the lower point. Okay, now this is the inverted hammer candle. Okay, next is the marubuzu. So the marubuzu looks something like this, having a great volume within it. It consists of wick sometimes or sometimes not. Whenever there is no wick, consider it as a very higher volume candle which will fail or will not fail. Either it will fail, either it will not fail, both the conditions based on the confirmation candle. Okay, so we will be talking about bullish first. This particular candle will be forming at the bottom of any trend and will take market upside. Now as there is no wick, so we can consider directly the highest point. Okay, and if this particular candle forms within the market, within the trend, in the middle of the trend, it seems that there are more number of the buyers are in such a way, or the buyers are so powerful that they are taking market at least 200 points, 200 to 250 points in, if we say, in regular market. Now these particular candles are formed when there are gaps within the market, or there is any event happening within the market, or there is any event on which the particular market is based on. Now this similar condition can be seen when there is a bearish Marubozu. Okay, this will be forming at the top of the market in the middle of the trend. Okay, and it will take entire market down at least 200 to 250 points. This particular candle follows the exact same thing as bullish Marubozu, stating that there is such event that sellers are getting active and it seems that market will be coming down, or is there is something bad news on which the entire market is based on. Now this particular candle, the confirmation for this candle is any candle which will be sustaining below its lower point. Okay, now there can be wick, there can be no wick, both the conditions are there. Now let's talk about those candles which are wick. There are some candles like this, the body size is equal to the wick size. I don't know what kind of candle is this, but it is forming nowadays, and whenever they are forming we are getting confused. So I will be suggesting that let them complete the structure of the market first, with either it is uptrend, either it is downtrend. Let the market complete its structure. Let the market make one structure for us to analyze the entire market, and then we can enter. Okay, now the next is spinning top. Spinning top is completely a very different candle. It can be either red, it can be either green, it can be either red, both colors. Okay, now this particular spinning top candlestick pattern, I will recommend to learn this particular candle from higher time frame to lower time frame. Why is it so? Let's understand. Now in this particular candle, if consider this at higher time frame candle. So, hello guys, welcome back. So we were discussing about spinning top in higher time frame. Now why I am suggesting to learn this particular candlestick pattern from higher time frame is that whenever we look any candle from higher time frame, whenever we look any candlestick from higher time frame, which means this particular candle, this one single candle of higher time frame is framing 15, okay, 30 candles, 15 candles, uh, 20 candles, 10 candles, 5 candles, 3 candles, 2 candles, 1 candle, or we can say 50 seconds candle, 30, I'm sorry, 30 seconds candle. Even these smaller measurements we can make if we know, or if we have knowledge of this particular one single candle. If we know this particular candle, we can analyze at these smaller time frames, and more the smaller time frame, more the accuracy. This is the simple formula. Okay, now in spinning top, what is happening is whenever any spinning top forms. Okay, I will make it from first. Now, this is a spinning top, and whenever this spinning top is forming, it is making an area above and below. Over here in the, when above the body it is forming an area, okay, and below the body it is forming an area. Now as I told before that this particular spinning top is only a single candlestick pattern in the entire market, which does not depends upon its color. Okay, either it can be green, either it can be red. Okay, doesn't matter. What matters is that in which area from this two, one, two, from this both area, where the next candle will be forming and will sustain. That's the big question. That's where the entire game changes. Now this but now in the higher time frame we know that this particular candle is forming an area. In lower time frame, what is happening? The market is moving like this. First of all, it is going in the first zone. If any news comes, if it is failing, it is coming in the second phase. If it fails again, it comes in the third phase. Again the first, second, again the third. Now this particular area is an insider bar candles, which means if we look this particular chart in the higher time frame, we will be able to see that such candles will be forming within these three areas only. These are insider bars, and even though any Marubozu forms, it does not make any relevance. Why? Because it is not breaking these two major areas or major lines, and we want that these two particular areas must be broken. Okay. Now, in the spinning top, simple thing is any area will be broken, any area will be broken down if the candle sustains above, if the candle sustains below, the market will be moving in that direction. That's the simple rule of spinning top. And more, this two spinning top or this particular area has the power to make any market into sideways, so keep an eye on this particular area. Okay. Now, talking about doji candles. Doji candles look something like this. Remember the T shape and inverted T shape. These are doji candles. Simple. Now it can be a body, but remember above body there is no wick. There is no wick above body. Okay. Now doji candle, green doji candle looks something like this. Okay. It will be forming at the bottom of the candle, at the bottom of the trend, making trend upside, and it will be forming within the market, grabbing liquidity such a high amount, and it will take market up. Confirmation candle would be any candle sustaining above its body. That's it. What about gravestone doji? Gravestone doji looks something like this. A red candle, no body downside, no wick, sorry. Sustaining candle would be any red candle which will be sustaining below this particular low. Now this candle will be forming at the top of the trend or in the middle of the trend and will take market down. Okay. Now this is the entire single candlestick pattern which we learned about. Okay. If you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section.